Hi and welcome back to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗀. In this video today, guys, we're going to be jumping down into the charts for Vechain to see what's been going on most recently with the price action. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. Seriously, guys, I really do appreciate that. And if you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗀. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. And also in the description, you'll find everything that we do on Patreon as well. So why not check that out if that's your bag? Let's talk about Vechain, right? So we're on the hourly chart. We're all paired up with Binance, USDT, and all that kind of usual good stuff. Now, obviously, we've been tracking some interesting moves, and I was kind of thrown a little bit yesterday when I was talking about this because we had 5 waves over here, and then we're starting to track some interesting kind of moves. Now, this actually makes a little bit more sense to me now. I've had a bit of time to think about it in a bit more detail. I do think what we're going to be seeing is a 5-3-5 correction, okay? And what we're currently in is the 3-wave correction. This basically would mean that we'd have to experience 5 waves down, 5 waves coming down here. This kind of then leads us into today's video, right? So if we have 5 waves here, what do these 3 waves look like? Well, the 3 waves actually look like this. We've actually had this potentially complete yesterday. And there's a little bit more volatility to be expected, though. We've got a reasonably low stochastic RSI here on our hourly chart. So we could expect a small push upwards, maybe even pushing just up into that C wave, kind of getting it done and dusted, pushing up a little bit higher. That's also a possibility that we just tick that box off today by going higher than this particular candle here. So we want to kind of just make a note of that. Alternatively, we fail to go higher than this point, and we actually set this as wave 1 and what might come as wave 2. So what I mean by this is that we have wave 1 come here, wave 2 fails to go higher than that origin position, then we drop down into a wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. That would then complete the entire structure of this, okay? So there's that as a possibility. I want to put it out there. I do think there's going to be 5 waves at some point, whether we start it here or whether we push up first and then we start these 5 waves. It would essentially complete the entire structure of this corrective move and then would allow us to move up into the next wave. Now, this yellow box area marks our 4th wave correction, okay, on our daily chart. Okay, so seeing these 5 waves come in, bear in mind we already are inside this yellow box anyway, so we're all fair game to exit out of this 4th wave, by the way. But I do think we have to come down a little bit deeper just to complete the structure. As I said, the 5 waves at the beginning threw me a bit yesterday, but it has to be a 5-3-5, and this structure here has to be 3 waves, and then we have to pull back down in 5 waves. It's the only way I can make sense of these waves at the moment. So hopefully that would make sense to everyone else who's watching this, but 5-3-5. And essentially that brings us down into a low 4th wave on the daily chart. Then we can start going impulsive back to the upside, and we can finish off with that final 5th wave on the daily before having any major corrections on the weekly chart. So all that's looking pretty good, right? So if we actually jump into these micro movements, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, or an ABC up inside our A wave, ABC coming down into this wave here, and again ABC. Now, the alternative pattern here is that this becomes a triangle, of course, and we have 5 waves. We have A, B, C, D, E. Then we break down into 5 waves. That's also another possibility. So we just bear that in mind. But for now, I'm marking this up as ABC, ABC, ABC. But it's possible that actually we extend this out further. Just keep that in mind. Now, if I grab this, we can see that we have A, B, C here, and this could lead us into either 3 waves down and reversal, okay, and that would look like, if I grab this, we come down ever so fractionally more to approximately 7.6. Let me just mark that. So we have 1, 2, or A, B, and C just taking us to about here, okay, let me just remove that. That comes down, and then we get reversal, and if that happens and we actually do start to see another ABC up that goes higher than that A wave low, essentially this becomes a triangular wedge, and if that becomes an Elliott wave triangle, then after this E wave up, we would have the breakdown, which would, in my opinion, be 5 waves, taking us towards the lower ranges of our 4th wave correction. Okay, so I guess in essence what I'm saying here, expect volatility with Vechain. I think we're going to pull back down a little bit here. We've got a little bit of room to pull out on this stochastic RSI just as we bring this down a fraction. The 4-hourly chart actually has moved up quite a bit. The 8-hourly chart is oversold. So it's kind of already ready, I guess. And the daily chart is correcting, right? So the daily chart is correcting into this fourth wave right now. Obviously, we're talking about moving up to about 10.1. So the lower this goes, the better the opportunity does become, because it's talking a pretty significant move, right? So if we were to drop all the way to the lowest range here, that's about 45%. If we were to just hover around halfway, there's good support to be found at about 7.2, and that would be a 35% move and so forth. So there's some opportunities with this final fifth wave once we get this correction over. So it's important that I label it up correctly, right? And I think we'll know by the end of the day whether or not we are just going straight into 5 impulsive moves down after completing a 3 by 3 by 3 move, or an ABC, 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 ABC flat, and then of course get that impulsive move, or whether or not this actually turns into A, B, C, D, E, then impulsive moves down. Either way, this has to finish, in my opinion, with 5 waves down. So we should get a deeper correction into this fourth wave and a fantastic opportunity to scoop up some VET before it goes and surges into that final fifth wave on the daily chart. So one to just be very, very mindful of when it comes to Vechain here. I'm not expecting any kind of major moves out of this area. If anything, we are thinking moves down, but there could be a move just up to finishing off the C wave. But again, we'll have to see if that actually comes to fruition or not. At this point, I don't think it's necessarily probable that we actually have that move. So guys, it's going to be a really brief one. That's kind of what I'm looking at for Vechain. If you have found this video useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.